This is a post from Wide Awake Media on X. Beta male watches a girl getting robbed right in front of him and does absolutely nothing to help her. I'm going to play the video and then I'm going to come back and give you my thoughts on it.
It was just before 3 in the 5600 block of South University. Maddie says a confrontation happened and the suspect demanded her phone before flashing the gun. The pair got into a tussle.
I was grabbing for maybe my phone, maybe the gun. It's really like a blackout moment for me. And I realized that I was able to grab the magazine out of the gun.
The loaded magazine now in police custody, Maddie says, and she hopes it will help solve the crime. Just minutes after that ordeal sent people in the area scrambling to safety. Another armed robbery involving 2 suspects with handguns reported in the 1300 block of East 56th Street. That crime under investigation by the Chicago Police Department.
I want to feel safer on this campus. That's the bottom line.
I think we can always ask for more from our campus and our city.
Maddie says she hopes fellow students and staff are vigilant and keep their guard up. When all said and done, she says her reaction was a knee-jerk one, and she's thankful to be okay.
I couldn't necessarily really register the threat ahead of me, so definitely wouldn't advocate for fighting back. Losing a life over a phone is definitely not worth it.
This is the world that women wanted. They called us toxic, said our masculinity was bad. Here's an article defining and addressing toxic masculinity. It was written by this feminist, most likely. She's a black woman. And these are the common traits of toxic masculinity. Unconditional physical toughness, showing physical aggression, being unwilling to share emotions, showing discrimination toward people who aren't heterosexual, practicing hyper-independence, exhibiting sexual aggression or violence, exhibiting anti-feminist behavior, championing heterosexuality as the unalterable norm, being violent, being dominant, having emotional insensitivity. So basically, if you act like a woman, you don't have toxic masculinity. But at the same time, women will not find you sexually attractive. Women like physical toughness. They like physical aggression. They don't want men to be sharing their emotions because they really don't care how men think or feel. Practicing hyper-independence. Man, and the list goes on. This is why that guy in the video did nothing. Now, the student didn't help Maddie because he's basically programmed to not do anything, not get involved, to let the authorities handle it, you see. He stood back, he didn't intervene, and probably the police came eventually. Now, what if he had helped her? 2 things could have happened. Student could have been shot. The bullet or bullets could have caused him to be paralyzed or even brain damaged. All for what? For a girl who probably wouldn't even appreciate his act of bravery. Seriously. You know, she might thank him, say, oh yeah, thank you. But that's it. Unless he was a really good looking guy. I can't really get a good look at him here. If he was a really good looking guy, you know, he fit all of her qualifications, then yeah, he would be a hero. But if he's just an ordinary guy like this guy here, not a hero. Either way, he's screwed. Second, if the suspect were black and the white student had harmed him in any way, like what if the student had injured the robber? And I don't know what color the robber was. It could have been black, could have been white. I don't even know. But let's just say the robber was black and the white guy harmed him, maybe even accidentally killed him. You know who would be going to prison? It would be the white guy. Probably manslaughter. Involuntary manslaughter, but still, he'd go to prison. Or if he only harmed the guy, maybe the guy became paralyzed or something happened and, you know, he couldn't move or he was deformed after this. Then the white guy would probably be kicked out of school, maybe lose his bank account, maybe be canceled, on social media. He'd get a media trial, basically. Maybe even tried in a court. I don't know. But honestly, he did the right thing by not getting involved. Now, years ago, I probably would have said he was a coward, but I'm not saying that now. Look at Daniel Penny, this guy. He did what he thought was right. He intervened on a subway, and he restrained this man named Jordan Neely, and the guy died. Now, Daniel Penny is going to prison. You see, that's how the system works. The guy was black, Daniel Penny is white, you see. Now, it's not all about race. I don't even think he cared. I think he just wanted to restrain this guy. I don't think he was doing it because he's a racist or anything like that. So back to this video here. Let's scroll through the comments and let's just see what people have to say. I thought the feminists and young women these days didn't need men for anything. They say this all the time. They always say they don't need no man. This is the outcome of that, The guy in the video here, he didn't even think. I mean, he just sat there. He didn't think of intervening. Look at him. He just sits there, does nothing, because maybe the robber was black, and that's one of the reasons he didn't intervene. But he's been told, hey, your masculinity is toxic. Don't get involved. Let the authorities handle this. And look at her. She is basically saying, well, what are you doing sitting there? He's doing what he's been told to do. This person says, that's embarrassing to watch, but not unexpected given the recent focus on emasculating men and arresting those who actually step up. Here's Daniel Penny. He is a shining example of this, you see. Are you kidding me? And get the Daniel Penny treatment? This is the world we live in. Would I have done something? It depends, I mean, I don't know. Depends on how stupid I was at that moment. I might have helped. And that would be the stupid thing to do. In this day and age, bravery like that, getting involved, helping a girl, is the stupid thing to do. I didn't make the rules. It's just, it is what it is. Women have called this on themselves. They don't need men. So the new generation of men rather not get involved. See? And here's Daniel Penny again. I mean, it's just, it is what it is, It really is what it is. Is the campus a gun-free zone? And like this person said, he did the right thing. I mean, really, he really did the right thing by just sitting there doing nothing. He saved himself a lot of trouble, really. And some people think, oh, he should have done something. But come on, you want to be like this guy? You want to go to prison? Who knows what's going to happen to this guy? His life's going to be hell in prison. He killed a black man. The other blacks are not going to like him. He's going to have to join a gang in order to survive. A white gang. Because in prisons, racial segregation is it. I mean, the races don't mix. They really don't. See, women are equal to men. Chivalry went out the window a long time ago. And then I'll leave you with this right here. See? This is what they want. You see?